Words About Books, Ben.
Swords About Books, Nate.
Words About Books brought to you by Eat Street. I'm just kidding, Ben. They don't fucking bring anything to anyone, and I hate them for it.
I have no idea what Eat Street is.
That's good. You not have Eat Street? It's like DoorDash, but worse?
I've never heard of this company before in my life.
Wow. It's like Grubhub, but worse?
I've heard of Grubhub. I've heard of DoorDash. I've heard of Uber Eats.
It's like Uber Eats, but worse.
It sounds like it because it sounds like it's much smaller.
Weird. I thought it would have been, like top 5 or something.
What's it called?
Eat Street.
Oh, I guess we have it.
Yeah?
No, I've never known anyone who's used this.
Well, hey,
Eat
count me as
Street.
one of those people who aren't going to be using it. We ordered food on Valentine's Day, and they were like, oh, that could be there in like an hour. And I'm like, you know what? An hour? I'm willing to wait an hour. And then 90 minutes come around. The restaurant's calling me. They're like,
Where
hey,
did
your
you
food's
order
here.
from?
It's a Chinese food place.
Okay, I'll give you that. I was going to say, look, at Valentine's Day, if you're ordering from like...
Oh, I knew the risks.
Yeah. Chinese is probably safe, though. I think I got Chinese or pizza on Valentine's Day.
Yeah. And they're like, hey, your food's here. I'm like, yeah, it shouldn't be, but it is marked for delivery. At first, I thought like maybe I accidentally ordered it like takeout, and I fucked up. That was not the case. It took them 2 hours, Ben. Took them 2 hours, and it was in fact cold when it got here.
How far away was the place?
It's on the other side of town, Ben.
How far is the other side of town? I don't know. Is that like
10,
hour?
15 minutes.
Okay, just go get it.
I had already had a few drinks, Ben.
Okay,
so
I'll give you that. So you take an Uber to go get it?
No, I'm not doing it. The owner of the restaurant, actually, they called me a second time, and they're like, hey, actually, someone just came in here and get it. The owner was actually going to volunteer to, like, bring it over to you. I was like, oh, that was nice.
Well, it's a good restaurant, then.
Yeah, no, I love this restaurant. That's why I ordered from them. That's why I was willing to wait an hour. And you know what? If they would have told me 90 minutes, I would have waited 90 minutes. But 2 hours, that was a little crazy. And they could have just told me, and I could have gone elsewhere, but they didn't. And then they were like, here's a $7 off coupon. And I was like, no.
It sounds like they just had no coverage. I assume you tipped.
Oh, yeah, I tipped. It's not the driver's fault that the delivery app had no coverage and fucked up on their timing. Just tell me that that if you tell me that like it's going to be 90 to 120 minutes, I can decide based on that. But if you tell me 60 minutes and then every time I check the app, it's always 5 to 15 minutes away.
Well, so I know the
forever.
way these apps work, at least the ones I've heard of, is your order is like available for somebody to like say that they're going to pick up, and they get to look at like based on the tip, based on how much it's going to how much they're going to pay.
I gave him a pretty beefy tip because it was Valentine's Day.
Yeah, because that's what I was going to say.
I wasn't skimping on the tip. I knew it was Valentine's Day. I knew it would be busy.
Yeah, I was going to say because you're probably competing with a lot of really expensive orders on Valentine's Day, but yeah. No, that's a toughie. I've never heard of it. I don't know if
that might explain a lot because they're like, oh, well, $7 coupon, that's not doing it for you. Don't worry, I'll have a supervisor reach out. They never messaged me again.
Wow. Yeah, I guess get in the comments. Have you heard of Eat Street? Which one of us is weird? Him for using it or me for not knowing it?
Yeah, I'm looking at it. I'm like, oh. I'm looking at like the top apps, and I'm like, oh yeah, I don't see it on there. Huh. Maybe I am the weird one. I normally use DoorDash.
I was gonna say, is it cheaper or something?
This restaurant in particular is only on Eat Street and apparently Menufy.
A lot of places use Menufy, but that's not like a delivery app.
Yeah.
You could use that for online ordering, but they don't deliver or anything.
Yeah.
No, Dude, unless Shy and I are both like completely burnt, I'm always just picking it up. Now that said, I don't drink, so I do understand if Valentine's Day, if you'd had a few, yeah, that was responsible of you. I'll actually give you
Yeah.
credit for that.
Yeah, you should give me credit for that. Thank you. All right, Ben. Ship of Destiny.
Ship of Destiny.
The
we're back.
three-parter we never saw coming.
The 3-parter we didn't plan, but that's okay because it gives you time to catch up on your reading, right?
I mean, I'm ready to go for the next 3 weeks.
I'm good on what are the next 3 weeks?
Or sorry, I guess I'm counting the Ship of Destiny. First we're gonna talk about your fucking butt stuff, Xmas gift.
Good.
And then
Yes.
Brigands and Bread Knives.
Yes.
And then I gotta get started on the Odyssey.
Yeah, I think the Odyssey is going to be the
a
toughie.
little bit of a big one. Yeah,
I'm not sure. Yeah, we can't do Musashi, but let's do the fucking Odyssey. Okay.
I may have done an error here.
So I realized fun thing about the Odyssey before we get into it, because Ship of Destiny loosely based on the Odyssey. He's trying to hit the same points. Not exactly. He says I'm not exactly copying it, but it's like heavy inspiration. I'm trying to hit some of the same like beats that the Odyssey hits. But I didn't realize when we were picking our translations, because I don't look at the Patreon. I don't look at the Patreon unless something's going on that I need to check in on. I realized I picked the Robert Fagel's translation, which is my preferred translation. And that was voted on by precisely no one.
That's fine, because they said we get to pick.
Yeah.
So I know which one I want.
Yeah, they were all wrong. Is there like a pop-up book version?
You know me so well, Ben.
Choose your own adventure Odyssey. Okay. So when last we left off, our hero Sam Bitka had defeated 2 of the longships. Now, I made a bit of an error, I realized as I was prepping for this episode, as I was describing it to you. I believe I said something about the 2 ships he disabled eventually coming back into the fight. They do not.
Okay.
So they are well and truly blown up. We'll find out that one of them is dead.
Oh.
And the other is pretty severely injured, as they are living ships.
Is the dead one the one that hit the speck of dust, or the one that got shot by missiles?
I think, he probably does say, but I don't know. I don't remember.
Okay.
Yeah, I really don't remember. It probably is the one that got blown up, I'd think, by the missiles.
Does a ship rot when it dies?
I would imagine. To some extent, at least the parts of it that are not metal. I mean, like your skeleton doesn't rot, so, or at least not very quickly.
Yeah, I mean, eventually it'll break apart.
I mean, eventually everything ends, and it's just uniform hydrogen atoms distributed across all of space and time. But
for star stuff, Ben.
Yeah, I mean, I guess if you think that makes you special,
does.
But it doesn't, because it's just every carbon atom's identical to every other carbon atom. So, yeah. So, okay, Bitka, before we start with Bitka, I'm going to cut back, as the book frequently does, to Cassandra. You may have forgotten about her. She dumped Bitka in the previous book.
Oh, I kind of assumed that she wasn't on the ship, right?
No, she's not on the ship.
Oh, that's why I forgot about her. I just assumed she was no longer part of the story because we're over here in a different solar system.
No, so she's leading up the search for Bitka. A lot of people want to consider him dead, but she and a few others believe he's still out there. And she's searching for him, and she she's gotten access to one of these jump drives. The United States government immediately started scheming on how we were going to get one of those and reverse engineer it. So she got her hands on that. She's been doing that. And then this is in the future. So we're going to do like, I'm going to jump back and forth in time a little bit. So where I left you, think about 6 months from now.
Okay. After he blew up that ship.
Yeah. So 6 months after this, Cassie's still looking for him. It's not looking good. Bitka's looking to be gone. And all of a sudden, the USS Cameron Bay warps back in. And she gets called in, and they're like, Cassandra, the Bay returned. Bitka's not there. Cut back to...
Oh, okay. Is that how the book does it, too?
Yeah.
Okay, so we know his ship is going to survive.
Yeah, we know the ship survives, but he's not on it when it comes back. So, they've taken out these two ships. They have access to the moon, where the shipyard is, and they're thinking that they'll go down, they'll take over this shipyard, and force them to repair their drive. So Tiana, the Guardian, warns Bitka that he's coming up against Kaurka and Jesus.
Jesus.
Yeah, it's not the most intimidating of names.
No, not Kirka. Kaurka.
Yeah. So everybody's name is first consonant of the first name, apostrophe, last name.
It's like a pause. Kaurka.
Yeah, they call him Sabitka.
Okay.
But
that's not my name, and I would appreciate if you would use my actual name.
You know, the funny thing is, there is an alien species on the ship. It's the ones that talk like the Grim Reaper.
I'm sorry?
Yeah, I mentioned that in the first episode, but they talk like, they describe it like tombstones falling or something. It's just very creepy how these things talk. And they use full name and title every time. And you know what? Bitka respects that and always addresses them by their full name and title.
How is it like tombstones falling?
I didn't listen to the audiobook. I don't think there is an audiobook.
Well, someone call up Travis Baldry and get him on the job.
Travis Baldry could probably do it, but I don't know. I assume I kind of like, they sound like Monster Mash, like, you know, Samuel Bitka. I'm creepy. You know, that's how a werewolf bar mitzvah. Spooky, scary. So yeah, that's the thing. So they're dealing with, there's two guardians down there. Tiana says, Kirka, I'm just gonna call her Kirka, and Jesus. And they'll have to deal with that. Now they are geneticists. And so you're probably looking, there's not like a big military presence. Again, they never expected to be attacked.
Fire the missiles.
Well, they need this place intact because they want to.
We've proven we can kill them before. We can kill them again.
Well, they need it intact because they want them to fix the ship. So she's like, just be on the lookout for bioweapons. Like, that's what these people could do. So,
all right, radio them in advance. Tell them to deactivate their bioweapons, or else we're gonna bomb them from orbit.
And they say,
they don't know that we need this place intact.
They say, sure, come on down. No, they don't. So what Bitka does is he loads up the Marines with their power armor.
Fuck yeah.
Sends them down, and it's not even bothered being described in the book. It's total non-issue. They take over that place in like 2 seconds. And they carve out a little space for themselves to operate because they're expecting this to take some time. They're trying to get the people to like cooperate, and they're negotiating and everything, and they completely I think what they say is they sterilize it somehow. I don't know if they use extreme heat or what. But they sterilize where they're staying temporarily, expecting there to have been a bioweapon. But I'll tell you right off the bat, not good enough.
Oh, so there is a bioweapon.
There is a bioweapon.
That's just mean. That's rude.
And it is a bioweapon that attacks the DNA. It's basically making these people like fall apart.
All right, unleash the bombs. We gotta. Clearly, they need to die.
So the bioweapon is activated at precisely the same time that 2 more longships come in. These longships, I believe they make a jump, but they jump way further away this time. Not nearly so close to the planet, and not nearly close to like the planet's
rings.
Yeah, well, I think they say like I think it's the elliptical. But basically, like, you know how the space dust tends to orbit like around the equator a little bit, like with the spin of the planet or something.
Yeah,
they go for the poles this time. They're not like, and they just start accelerating like mad. So they've got longships coming in. They got Marines falling apart on the ground, and it's looking pretty bad. And Bitka is talking to a picture of Cassandra, the girl who dumped him. And he's like,
oh god, he's gone crazy.
No, he's been doing that the whole time. He took the breakup pretty hard.
Does he talk back to himself like,
no,
Cassandra, what do we do? Oh, Bitka, I think we need to launch missiles.
He's got lipstick on his hand, and he's SpongeBob talking to his fingers. The gang's all here. No, he is just musing to himself, and he's like, I don't know what to do. I'm running out of tricks. And he's like, I don't even know how to buy time here. And then it occurs to him, I need fuel. We're going to scoop that gas giant. And I'm going to put the gas giant, I'm just going to make them chase me around it. I'm going to put the gas giant between them and me. Because what he figures is, and like I said, I'm not a big space battle physics book guy. I find it a little hard to follow. And I know this is more my problem than the book's problem. But
wait, how did the plague get into their power armor?
They would like eventually remove it.
Terrible idea.
Yeah, they didn't stay inside it the whole time.
Terrible idea. You stay inside your power armor the entire time, and until we know that you're clean, you're staying on the surface.
No, they screwed up. So the way these alien ships are coming in. So basically, I've drawn myself a picture, hopefully to help me describe it. And I will show you the picture.
All right.
Yeah. So
there's 5 ships left, right?
There's 5 ships left. You're correct.
Okay.
So there's this big gas giant, right? Imagine this big gas giant is like part of my picture. And if you want to get the full details of my glorious picture, imagine it like in the top right. And then in the bottom left, there's this moon. And this space between the moon and the gas giant, that's going to become very important. So these guys are like screaming in as fast as they can. Now it takes a while to get up. You know, they're accelerating at like a constant acceleration. They're getting up a huge velocity. And because it's space, right? Nothing's going to slow them down. So when they want to brake, it's going to take them like almost at least as much force in the other direction to slow down,
right,
and stop. So Bitka takes off from the moon. He was orbiting the moon. He's like, guys, I know you're falling apart, like your DNA is going bonkers, but I'll be right back.
That's and he takes whoopsie.
Yeah, he takes off and he gets on the other side of the gas giant. And so these guys, in order for them to get Bitka without blowing past him and having to like stop and turn around and come back,
ludicrous speed.
Yeah, they're gonna have to like like turn. And when they turn, they're gonna slingshot around this gas giant, and they're gonna basically get like one pass of Bitka, and it's gonna shoot them off too far, and they're gonna have to take time to stop and come back. So this is Bitka's plan right now. He's like, I just got to survive like the next couple hours, and then we'll have a couple days. So he's trying to buy time, and what he does is as he's been like entering this system, he takes a couple of the nukes and just sort of leaves them cold in orbit around the gas giant and the moon. And so there's, I believe, 3 nukes at play rotating around these planets. Now they're, they make a big boom, right? But in space, big is quite relative. So it's going to have to be a little bit of luck and a little bit of manipulation to get them to hit one of these trap nukes. So what Bika does is he keeps the gas giant between them and him, and the gas giant's diameter is 3 times the range of their meson particle accelerators. So they can't shoot through the gas giant to get him.
Nice.
And he's sort of angling such that he's encouraging them when they turn to go near one of those nukes. Like their best angle on him is going to take him past one of these nukes. And they were never quite in. So there's 3. They're Alpha, Beta, and Charlie. Alpha, they never really come near. I think it's, I could get them wrong, but I'm just, don't at me if I call Beta Charlie or whatever. So Alpha, they never come near.
You if you do that.
Alpha, they never come near. Beta.
Wait, who's gonna at you? Who has read this book and then also listened to our podcast?
I don't know, man.
Okay. All right, continue.
I had a Kevin J. Anderson fan yelling at me the other day. Don't worry. I don't know. On a podcast I did like 5 years ago.
Yeah. No, I saw that. And man, can you imagine? Like, who's the bigger loser? The guys who released a podcast that wasn't very well viewed on YouTube 5 years ago, or the guy watching that video 5 years later and then commenting on it?
Oh, yeah, no, an audio only. Like, I'm not
embarrassing.
I'm sitting here like tempted to explain how podcasts work to this guy. It's like, an audio only podcast on YouTube is never going to be promoted by the algorithm. Never mind. We don't get most of our views on YouTube. God damn it. I do quite well.
And even if we did.
And even if we did,
you were the one who watched the video. I don't watch videos with that few views for a reason.
Oh, I do. If I didn't do that, who would ever teach me about blood magic?
Okay.
If I never looked at YouTube videos with 5 views, Nate, words about occult books would be dead in the water. No, so Alpha, not in play. Beta and Charlie. Beta, they fly past. They never get close enough for it to really do much damage. But they're coming right on Charlie. They're on track to hit Charlie. And Bitka's kind of freaking out because he's like, if they see it, they'll shoot it. And it'll be no problem for them to shoot. And so he comes up with a little plan where he's like, they know that I used nukes to scramble the sensors before. And they are actually demonstrating that they know that because they're flying now far enough apart that one nuke cannot blind both of them. So he is going to try to use that to his advantage. So there's 2 ships coming at him, and we actually get to know the bug creatures flying these ships a little bit. We get some story from their perspective.
Interesting.
Yeah, they are called the species is the Troata, They are beetle creatures. They are the warrior cast is all female, and
Hot.
the ships that are coming up against Bitka are being flown by two sisters, uh, Kakusa and Tamari. I don't know why they have vaguely Japanese names.
Yeah, Tamari's from Naruto.
Yeah, I just realized that. I was like, Kakusa and Tamari. Yeah, but I'm going to say it with an American accent because they're not Japanese; they're beetle creatures. So,
Yeah,
um,
that's your right as an American.
you're absolutely right. So, Kakusa's ship is basically they're kind of like sliding in lengthwise. Like imagine like they're gonna have to Tokyo drift to get back into this gas giant. They're gonna have to Tokyo drift between the moon and the gas giant to get a shot at Bitka. And so they start drifting, and this is what's going to take them towards the nuke. So as they're going horizontally, one will hit it, then the other would hit it, and they're debating like, should we try to get both? Should we try to wait until like the nuke's between them and then boom? And that's Bitka decides that would be getting greedy. We're gonna go with the shore hit.
Yeah,
so
don't get greedy. You go for more than one hero in what? Heroes of the Storm, League of Legends. That's how you get ganked, Ben. Big facts. Do people still play either of those games?
Oh, League of Legends is huge.
Okay.
Yeah,
I think Heroes of the Storm has been dead for
dead
a few years now. All right.
No, it's League of Legends and Dota 2.
Oh.
That's what the kids are playing.
Kids these days.
So Bitka detonates Bravo.
Damn.
Which is the one that was nowhere near them. And they suspect, they fall for his trap. They suspect that he is about to attack from that direction somehow. And he's screening something. So they turn their ships. They're still going in that direction.
They're Tokyo drifting, and
they're still Tokyo drifting, but they're spinning their ships so that they have a firing angle on whatever's going to come through this. And hence their sensors are not turned towards, and more importantly, their guns are not turned towards the nuke we're actually planning on hitting them with. And Kakusa drifts right into the nuke, and they detonate it. And she is out of the game, basically. The ship survives, but it is losing power. And
does it have the ability to escape the gravity well of the gas giant?
It's actually closer to the moon at this point. So,
okay. I don't know. I guess I'd rather crash into a moon than go into a gas giant and be.
Yeah, there's a chance on the moon, I guess.
Yeah.
No, they. What's actually going to happen is she's going to be shot off into deep space. So the ship, she instructs it to put all its effort into repairing its quote unquote short legs. It has short legs and long legs. The short legs are the thrusters they need to decelerate and not fly off into deep space. And the long range is their jump, which she has no hope of getting both. So she's like, just stop us. Hope we can be rescued. And then Tamari is like, should we come back and help you? And they're like, no, the mission.
Get that guy.
Now
our weird looking bird god demands it.
Well, the interesting thing is,
wait, did these beetles also pilot the other ships?
Yes,
that he. Okay,
all of
they're
these
piloting
long
all
ships are
of
beetles.
them.
So
Gotcha.
the interesting thing is, Kakusa especially, she's not loving this mission. It's obvious to her, like she is an experienced battle commander. She has fought in many of her parent guardians war games.
And she doesn't like the whole "let's split up for clues."
No, she doesn't like how this is. She doesn't like how this has been managed, and she also.
Yeah, if we would have just hit him with 6 ships all at once, probably could have beat him.
And she's also unaccustomed to I don't know what you'd call it, like the rules of engagement where Bitka accepted a surrender and provided aid, like stabilizing aid. She's not really used to prisoners being taken in these engagements or like aid being offered, because the fights she has been a part of are war games between two mad gods, and they don't really care if they get their troops back at the end. Like
Yeah, prisoners are for losers.
that's part of the game. Yeah.
I don't want to manage a POW camp and feed them. Like, nah, just shoot them again.
Yeah.
Just blow up all those survivors.
Yeah, the Pete Hegseth strategy.
P Hegseth.
Hegseth. Yeah, because we'll never be in the same situation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, if people, okay, a less politically charged example, you know how Anakin kept fake surrendering in the Clone Wars over and over again, and then just breaking that surrender and killing someone? That's why, eventually they're going to just stop accepting your surrender and assume that it's a trick and just slaughter all your soldiers and your people.
Yeah, it's like these rules are to everybody's benefit. You kind of want people to surrender because you don't want to have to fight to the death every time because you lose more people. And then they want to be able to surrender because they don't want to die either. So it's nice.
This is There's a reason that these rules were invented by people who definitely still wanted to kill as many enemy combatants as possible to win the war, but like I would prefer if you didn't use poison gas on me,
Yeah. So that's one of the things is she's like, so Kakuso is being introduced to these concepts, and she's also thinking like, far be it from me to question a guardian, right? But like all this for one guy and he's winning? How do you...
Does God suck? What's going on here? I thought God was supposed to be awesome and kick ass.
Yeah, she's like, I don't think this guy knows what he's doing.
Well, I guess this isn't their God, right? This is a different guardian. Yeah.
No,
my God is cool. Your God, though.
Well, their God told them to take orders from this guy, and she's like, okay, take orders from his fellow God. And it's like, what? Can gods be dumb?
He's the god of idiocy. I'm sorry. It's
no. She's starting to think that. So Tamari is going. She's going on, and she starts drifting coming out of her drift, and she's getting ready to make the pass on Bitka, and they have some time because of the distances that are involved. And the tactical officer, Homer Alexander.
Oh, that's even better.
Yes, it's very subtle. It's a very subtle nod.
Homer Alexander. Perfect.
He is like, he's been kind of a lackluster officer this whole time. And that's another thing I haven't really covered because the fights get so involved. But like, there is a little bit of like leadership quality to Bitka. Like he has conversations with these guys. He makes his crew perform better. He gets to know them. He gets to know why they're, maybe slacking or, what their problems are, and he helps them with it. And, he gets them on his side, and it's an arc for Alexander when he comes up with this solution. He's like, I could actually do all kinds of crazy shit with this gravity well. He's like, we could fire missiles at all kinds of different angles. Like we can slingshot them off the planet. We could fire them straight on. And I think we could just totally overload any ability to deal with them.
Hell yeah.
And so he spends a significant amount of the nukes prepping this attack that just cannot be avoided. And then Bitka makes another controversial move amongst his crew. Tamari is approaching, and Bitka says, radio her.
On screen.
on screen, and she says something snarky, and he's like, hey, yeah, look, here's the trajectories of my missiles. You can see them now that I've told you where they are. Do you think you can do anything about it? And she's like, well, shit. He's like, I will accept your surrender if you would like to give it. So, again, this is kind of new territory for them. And she surrenders. Now,
did he fire the missiles?
He fired. No, but he can remote trigger these. He has to trigger them. So he can stop them from detonating, and she can maneuver or whatever.
Can he retrieve them later, or are they
or she might have to shoot. She might have to shoot at least some of them down to get out of it. So they're not getting these missiles back.
Damn, they're running low on missiles.
Yeah, and this is why it was an unpopular decision with the crew. It's like, we're going to leave 2 of them out here. I mean, one of them is pretty bad off, but we're going to leave a fully functional longship behind us with the promise that they surrender. And the other 2 are coming. They're accelerating towards them. Now, I say the other 2. There is a 7th. But
yeah, but he's hanging around the planet.
He's not getting his hands dirty. So, so they, she surrenders, but basically she says to him, I can give you until they get here. But when they get here, we're going to have to fight. And he says, well, good enough. I plan to be out of here by then. And so now they can turn their attention back to the my Marines are falling apart problem.
Can you jettison your guns into the gas giant? That would actually be pretty sweet. If
I don't know if there's any way of permanently disabling the gun.
Are the guns also living tissue?
I mean, to some extent, yeah, probably.
So it would, like, hurt the ship if we just, like, melt them.
Yeah, it would probably be like cutting a piece off of an animal.
Declawing your ship.
Well, and the thing is, you find out when you get the story from the Charada's perspective, that they like their ships. They talk to them.
Oh boy. Boy. Whoopsie.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Well, and that's another thing too, is like, as he's sparing these ships, it's making the ships like him a little. You don't just have to convince the captain to like you. Like, there's a lot going on here that is going to come into play a little later on. So he turns his attention back to the problem. While he's been doing this, Tiana, the Guardian, and the one scientist have been working on what they could do about the Marines with the falling apart disease. And Tiana's like, I've got a plan, but I need you to trust me.
Shit.
I need you to tell me right now that I'm not your prisoner and I can do what I want. That you're letting me go, no strings attached, to do whatever I want.
Okay, and then she just eats him.
And he looks at her, and she's been cool up to this point. She's been helping them a lot. Without her intel, they probably wouldn't have gotten through most of this. So he's like, can I ask why? And she's like, I believe I said no strings. So he's like, I'm out of options. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah. She's like, cool. So this is what we're going to do. And the reason she made him do that will become apparent soon. So
she's a vampire. She needs permission for certain acts.
No. She goes down. She and Betka go down to the planet, and they find that Jesus is not there. has not been there for a long time. Years.
Turned himself into the bioweapon.
I'll tell you, we don't find out where Jesus went in this book.
Oh. Okay.
But he's not there. But Tiana finds that weird because Kirka and Jesus are like bonded partners. It's odd that they would split up. So they go down and because like, so how do we cure it? And he's like, or can it be cured? She's like, yeah, it can definitely be cured.
You just shoot them in the brain.
No, he goes, okay, what's the cure? She's like, we can't make it. You're gonna have to get Kirka to make it. But she could do anything. She could tear it apart. She could put it back together. She could do everything. We just need to make her want to do it. And so they go down and they're going to have a little negotiation with Kirka.
They knew where Kirka was?
Yeah, they've been talking to her. The Marines captured her, basically.
Okay. As a Marine that's falling apart, I'm going to start pulling parts of your body off until you fix me or until there's no body left for you.
My understanding is the disease hit them pretty quick. Like they're down almost instantly. And it was perfectly timed to coincide with the attack. This was another one of Padon's plans. And so...
Oh, Padon actually came up with a coherent plan?
Yeah.
That is impressive, because he's been fucking up this entire time.
So Bitka goes down with Tiana, and Tiana's like arms out, waiting for the hug, like, Kirka, my guardian sister,
my guardian friend.
It's been so long since I've seen one of my own kind. Will you not embrace me? And Kirk is like, I'm not a hug. And Tiana's like, come on. And Kirk is like, okay. And Tiana immediately puts her in a chokehold. And their Ardesti guards point their guns at Tiana, and Tiana's like, I am your god.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, what do? You know what? Just back the fuck away. Let gods handle this.
No, she says, I am your god. These matters are beyond you.
Yeah,
yeah. And
if I have a weapon and, God goes to attack another god, I'm just, you know what? I'm out. I don't see nothing. Maybe we take 5, guys.
No, so the Desties, they do not. They lower their weapons. And Tiana whispers something in Kirka's ear. And after a few minutes of them discussing in hushed whispers.
Jesus?
No, it's not about Jesus.
Oh, okay.
I only mentioned Jesus for one very specific reason, and you'll find out. So she whispers in her ear something and is like, after a couple of minutes of them like discussing stuff and like looking over, and she looks at Bitka, and Kirka's like, huh? And everybody's like, what the fuck's going on? Kirka's like, I will reverse the disease.
Sweet.
So
I'm sure there's nothing weird going on here.
So this is also, I spoiled this, but this is also where they find out that none of these guys here in this shipyard know anything about jump drives.
Shit.
If you want to talk jump drives, you're going to have to talk to those guys who rebelled against Padon that he made immortal to torture forever.
Yeah.
And there...
Oh, is that not where we're near? I thought we were near there.
I did a little narrative trickery. We're going to have to go to one more location. So...
Third Earth.
No, a hell moon, but it's nearby.
Hellhole. There you go.
Don't worry about it. So the one problem is these they call them the Undying. The Undying, they have gone slightly mad.
What?
And they may not.
This never happened to Elrond.
They may not notice you. But they give them like a code word or something they can use to sort of like wake them up. So
banana bread.
Very, very quickly they go to see them. The world is terrible. It's like it literally rains acid. And the acid like dissolves their skin, but it grows back fast enough that it doesn't stop them from working. The
Yeah, I would rebel against God too. That guy sounds like an asshole.
The temperatures fluctuate wildly. These guys are being tortured just by having to do like menial labor. And we find out that their sole motivation, their sole reason for existing, their revenge against Padan is they will not, under any circumstances, show that this bothers them. They will not give him the satisfaction. It is the only thing Padan craves, is the satisfaction of knowing that they are miserable, and they will not give it to him. They do their jobs incredibly well. Whatever they have to mine this terrible material, they beat every quota. They're like clockwork. They won't. They're like,
how's the weather today, Jim? Oh, my skin fell off. Oh.
Yeah, no, they love it. They're like, I wish it was hotter.
Yeah.
Rain could be a little more acidic, you know. I get itchy sometimes. No, they just that's these guys, and because like I need you to fix my jump drive. It'll piss off Padan, and they're like, no, that's not the game we play, because then Padan would know it bothers us if we helped his enemy. No, we're not going to do that. And then Bitka is like, he talks to them, and like they will not fix his fucking drive. And he finally comes up with a solution. He's like, you want to know?
Puts him in a chokehold.
No. He's like, you want to know what would really help you then? If you just want to show Padan that like everything's totally cool. Padan has been trying to capture me. It is his life's goal. You can capture me. You can capture me and hand me to Padan. You can do what he could not. And that'll really fuck with his ego. And they're like, we could make that work. And Tiana's like, I don't know if you know what you're signing up for, Bitka. He's gonna... I don't know if you like have a concept of the torture you're about to undergo. And he's like, for my crew, I would do anything. And there's this one piece of shit XO who thinks he's, and this is something I've heard military people talk about, but I do not personally understand for myself, so I will not claim anything about this. But Bitka is a reservist.
Yeah.
And this other guy is like a career officer. And he does not like being under Bitka. He doesn't like how Bitka works. Thinks it should be somebody with a little more West Point training or whatever. I don't know.
It sucks to suck because I'm the captain. And
well,
you're like
he was the captain,
junior grade dipshit or whatever.
He was the captain until he turned command over to his XO.
Shit.
They fix his jump drive. And right about that time, the other long ships come in. And Bitka's like, let my ship go. Padan wants to capture me. These guys are handing me over. Let them go and just take me back. And this time, Kakusa and Tamari and even the other ones who haven't fought yet but have seen what's been going on are like, you know, that was very, very technically the specification of our mission was capture Bitka. We know he meant the ship. Fuck him. Yeah.
Should have been more specific, dumbass.
Yeah. Bitka, come on. Yeah, ship go. And this is how they wind up with the Cameron Bay returning without Bitka on board. Bitka has been taken prisoner by Padan.
Tell me that's not the end of the book.
That is not the end of the book.
Okay. I was like, that would be so shitty. He hasn't even released the next one yet.
Yes. No. That is not the end of the book. So the next thing is people, Cassandra and all of the other like military high brass trying to figure out what the hell happened out there. There, and of course the XO is like, he's the one that made it back, and he's like, Bitka fucked everything up. It was a shit show from the get-go. I was gonna do this and that, and Cassandra's getting really pissed because like she broke up with Bitka, but she still likes Bitka. But like by the end of the book, I don't know if they're gonna wind up together or not. Like, it doesn't seem like she wants to be in a serious relationship at all, and that's a whole other thing that's like in the background. So like I don't know if there's like a love triangle with Bitka, Cassandra, and Tiana. I don't know what's going on here, but maybe if you read the first book, you can provide some insight.
Yeah, I'm planning on it now.
So, but at the very least, she likes Bitka. I mean, it wasn't something he did. It's just like I think she has a kid, and she mentions like the dynamic of like bringing like a stepfather into her kid's life is something she's really not in love with, and I think she's still having some problems with the biological father. It's a whole thing. But she starts grilling this XO and is like, so your captain was taken prisoner by hostile aliens who were, you know, relatively easily defeated by one transport over and over again, and you didn't make any attempt at rescue, talking him out of it, double crossing, anything. And he's like, well, it wouldn't have been prudent, you know.
Yeah, that
like,
checks out.
I see most of your formal complaints against Bitka's orders were filed like last week, not like anywhere near the time it happened. And basically, the trial goes very poorly for this guy. And a lot of people want Bitka to not be a hero, but unfortunately, there's just no way around it in this situation. He sacrificed himself to save the people. Everybody knows it. He had been talking. He'd been in pretty close communication with the civilians the whole time. All the passengers know he did this. Like, there's no way. So as they're talking about this and they're trying to deal with the fact that there's hostile aliens, also the news comes out that the Viroki did not in fact invent the jump drive and have no idea how it works. They deny that. And the guy who was promoted to diplomat even said, like, he's like, they're going to go full blown Trump. I'm exonerated. It's no, we're just gonna nope. What you're saying is not true. I have proof. It's and the proof is AI. So Uno reverse. I think maybe you didn't invent the jump drive.
Yeah.
So
you're the idiot, not me.
That's going well. It's a real wrench thrown into the economy. And as they're starting to deal with all the fallout from this and they're trying to figure out what to do they attack the Guardians? They have no idea what they'd be up against. Padon shows up.
Oh, shit. Okay.
He warps in.
Open fire. Fire all missiles. Let's take him out.
He was able to sort of trace... He doesn't know exactly the whole layout of Kotoha's space, but he was able to track them back to the system Bitka originated from. So he shows up there. And he says, hey, Kotohas, I'm willing to forgive. I'm willing to forgive and forget. I'm willing to forgive the transgressions of Bitka. There's going to be conditions, obviously. A lot of them involve you serving me. But, membership has its perks. I can make y'all immortal. I can give you better technology than what you got. I just need to meet with somebody who's in charge. Send me your leader. We're going to talk.
I've seen Mars Attacks. I know how this works. You're not going to talk.
Well, the one thing Padon has never experienced in all his guardian life is humanity's greatest weapon of all: bureaucratic incompetence.
Good.
Trying to figure out who has the authority to treat with Padon on behalf of the entire Federation of Kotoha's planets with its multiple species, each with multiple nations. It's not going well. They delay and they delay and they delay. And then Tiana shows up. Tiana shows up with Kirka and Jesus. And she's like, this guy's going to sell you immortality? I'll just give it to you. You want to know immortality? Meet with me. I'm just giving it away. I don't care about any of this. This guy, we're going to open source it. And they're like, well, shit, which Guardian do we go with? It's like this one.
The one with no strings attached, obviously.
Yeah, but you know what she doesn't have? A bunch of warships behind her. Because Padon, he went and he borrowed more warships.
Yeah, but he sucks with them. What's he going to do? He's like, all right, split them up. We're going to attack one ship on 7.
This time, he went and he borrowed more warships. He comes in with like, I forget how many. But this time, the guy who owns them shows up with him.
Ah. And so he can't fuck this up.
Padon also tells that guy, he's like, this Kakusa, she fucking let them go. I told her to capture the ship. She didn't capture the ship. I want her killed, executed. I want Kakusa executed for not following my orders. And this other Guardian's like, yeah, okay, Kakusa, we got to talk. Come to my office. He's like, so you didn't do what Padon said, and he's a Guardian, he's a god. Y'all listen to gods. It would be a bad precedent to set if we let somebody not listen to gods without getting punished. So I'm killing you. You're going to be executed, but I am merciful, and so I will transfer your consciousness into a new body under this fake name. And she's like, when will that happen? He's like, already did. Congratulations, new fake name. Get out there. Yeah, I'm going to just throw away one of my most seasoned commanders.
Yeah, so he doesn't even kill her. No, he just says, here's your new name. Get back out there.
He marks her executed on the form and then puts her
It's so awesome.
Yeah, he's like, I'm as merciful as I am powerful. Get the hell out of my office.
That's great. I thought he was actually just going to build her a new body, but no, he's like, all right, you're dead now. Here's your new name.
No, Get out. Padon's a fucking idiot. So
I'm glad you execute her. Who's this new officer that looks and sounds exactly like her?
I sincerely doubt he can tell one from the other.
Yeah, it's probably true.
So there's a couple of sides. Eventually, Cassandra and her faction agree to meet with Tiana. And Tiana lands with Kirka and Jesus. And Jesus is this like... I think other than Padon, this is the first male Guardian we really get a good description of. And he's got like some like, ornamental crest like birds have, and
his neck is like 20 feet long. And
and he looks like, they describe him as looking like some kind of like evil vulture thing.
Oh, okay, that's again much better than what the cover looks like.
And he's just glaring at Cassandra the whole time. He doesn't do any talking. Tiana's the only one that talks. She's glaring at Cassandra all the time. So we find out that what Tiana told Kirka to get her to come along is, these guys, you're a geneticist. You like to design people, right? What if I told you I got free range people? This guy comes from a federation of 6 separate self-evolved intelligent species, going to revolutionize the field of genetics. you're going to win the Guardian equivalent of the Nobel Prize. It's less impressive because there's fewer of us, but we're all very smart. So it kind of evens out. And she's like, I've been pretty bored. Like most Guardians, I was thinking about killing myself. But this is, this is better. So...
What was the last part?
The Guardians kill themselves all the time. They have a whole discussion about like Bitka talks to Tiana at one point, and they're talking like philosophy and stuff. He's like, I guess I just thought like somebody who lived forever would be a little more like, I don't know, enlightened, might have like less petty emotions. Like, I just can't believe Padon's an asshole and you're just this agent of chaos. And she's like, well, certainly some of us reach enlightenment. How many of those do you think you're likely to see out and about, doing stuff?
Yeah, I don't think Buddha was flying spaceships.
No, Buddha wasn't flying spaceships. He was sitting under a fucking tree. And then he died. So, yeah, that's what she says. It's like, yeah, there probably are enlightened beings in this universe. It's just who are you going to meet in the Navy? Who are you going to meet in the Navy? So Tiana does something weird in this conversation. She's like, she takes some of the humans and she's like, oh yeah, why don't you give us a tour of your lab? Because Kirka wanted to see all your various strains of life. And they all leave, and it's just Cassandra staring at Jesus. And Jesus is like, I missed you so much, Cassandra.
What?
And he says it with Bitka's voice.
God damn it.
She's like, oh my God, they turned you into an owl person. And he's like, what? No, this is like, it's a living disguise. He's like, they just grew some like an owl mask on me, and it's very convincing. It moves with my face. No, it's just me under here. She's like, you're like 8 feet tall. He's like, stilts, walking on stilts. Learned how to do it as I was flying over here. She's like, but I thought Padon was torturing you. And he's like, oh, hell yeah. Yeah, no, there was a lot of that. It was intense. Every time I died, they brought me back to life. That was fun. He's like, if you scream loud enough, it does help. You can, people aren't just doing that for fun. I thought they were. You might notice my voice is a little raspy. Blew out my vocal cords. Had to fix me up some new ones. So, she's like, did they make you immortal? He's like, no. After hanging out with them for a while, I decided I didn't want that. They make a really powerful case for not living forever. Yeah. He's like, they did alter me slightly. I can eat anything now. They didn't have a lot of human food, so that became an issue. I can win any chicken wing contest. The atomic wing does nothing to me anymore. And I long for a time when it did, but those days of my life are over. Anyway, Cassandra, we gotta do something about Padon.
So we're gonna kill this asshole, right?
And Padon, he's been sitting in the system for a while. It's been weeks, months, maybe.
I just need to know who your leader is, guys.
Yeah, no, seriously, like, and they finally sent somebody who's like supposed to be able to negotiate. And I think he's somebody important from the first book. This definitely ties more in this part of the as we get to the end, it references more stuff from before. Because she's military intelligence, and I gather she works with a lot of shady characters and like Faroki, who used to be her enemies. And I gather that's all much more relevant to the first book. But Bitka, they're trying to figure out like what they're going to do, and all of a sudden Padon sends out these probe things.
Is Padon not like wondering where Bitka went?
Oh, see, that's the fun thing. Bitka asks Tiana about that, and Tiana's like, he kind of let us take you.
Oh.
He wants to capture you on his own. He was really pissed. he was really pissed about how that went down. That thing you pulled with the Undying handing you over, that was actually a brilliant move. That really got under his skin. He is petty. So Petty Panon here, he's in his villain era. Look, he's pissed. Okay, he wants to capture you on his own. He wants to take everything you love and destroy it. And what are all those probes doing? And they're gathering data for a while. They're transmitting for a while, and then all of a sudden they all just rocket off in 1,000 different directions. And then shortly after that, another signal is broadcast. Every jump drive in the system is now disabled.
Oh, great.
Now, our engineer, who was the guy I told you had a bit of an arc, I haven't done it justice. This character actually does get quite a bit of development, but Tiana she was fucking with him earlier on, and she told him something about the universe, because this guy's a physicist. She told him something about the universe that kind of led to him having a mental breakdown.
Money isn't worth as much as it used to be.
And she actually feels guilty about that. And because like, Tiana, you got to help our physicists figure out how to get these jump drives back online. He disabled them. A bunch of warships are coming. Like, if he disabled jump drives everywhere, then everybody's stranded. Nobody can get help. Like, I don't know what we're going to do. And she's like, look, I think his name's Ma. I told Chief Engineer Ma a little bit about how the jump drives work. And I will admit, initially I did it just because I kind of wanted to see him go crazy. And as I got to know people and realized you're not just, robot butlers, I started to feel bad about that. I don't want to make people go insane now. And Ma comes back to her. They get Ma, who actually went with the Marines and is currently recovering from the falling apart disease. Doesn't look good. Hard to look at, he is. They're working on regrowing most of his face. But he's got enough face to talk. And so he's like, Tiana, look, yeah, you shattered my entire conception of reality, and I went a little crazy for a while. But after I started putting the pieces back together, it kind of made sense. And I think you could work with us. I think these guys are ready to hear it. And I will tell you, he never fucking tells us what she's doing. Now he hints.
Great.
He hints.
Is it about the drive?
It's about the drive. And I think what it is essentially something like space isn't real. Everything is kind of in the same place anyway. And it is a matter of perception or something that separates it. It's very...
The Planet Express ship doesn't move.
It is like that.
The universe around
it's some esoteric metaphysical truth, kind of akin to like you're living in a simulation, or basically just like information is the only information is the only thing that's real. Matter and energy are the same thing. Like it's some weird mind fuck thing like that. But they do figure it out. It takes them a while though. The battle is going to start before they get it figured out. But Bitka is banking on them figuring it out, and he comes up with one more crazy plan. And this is specifically for hang on, I gotta look them up. Specifically for one user in particular, or one of our Discord members in particular, Prince. who I know is going to hate this, or at least call it out as bullshit, and it kind of is bullshit. I can't defend it anymore.
Uh-oh.
Well, it's bullshit that this isn't happening all the time. It's bullshit that he just thought of this now. Those mail probes I was talking about, where it's basically just a jump drive with a computer attached to it. Bitka has the bright idea of, I want to weld a nuke to that.
Okay.
So
we're just gonna jump drive a nuke?
We're just gonna jump nukes into their battle line.
Why haven't we used
right? That's the thing. Like,
that sounds like
no,
and like an easy way, because then it doesn't matter if it hits a speck of dust. We're blowing it up anyway,
and that happens. They get annihilation events plus nukes. It's great. And Prince, I'm sorry, it is kind of bullshit. It's silly that they didn't think about that earlier.
Yeah, that would be the primary means by which war is
exactly
conducted.
Yeah.
It's the thing in The Last Jedi where she activates hyperspace and wipes out an entire fleet with her ship, and then the next movie they had to be like, well,
that doesn't always happen.
Yeah, you can't do that. That was a once in a million event or whatever. No, please don't think about that anymore.
It is insane that no one ever thought to do this before. Obviously, this would be what we do all the time now. The one thing they do to kind of justify it is this is very expensive.
Yeah, I mean, I can see jump drives are very expensive, but
he does say they do actually do a thing where he's like, "How much does each one of those mail things cost?" And they're like, "Well, less than the value of the battleship it destroyed." It's like, well, that is kind of, then why aren't we doing it all the time? So Bitka, he doesn't have a ship anymore, though. He's been stripped of his command. Also, he does eventually reveal that he is not a bird. He is, in fact, Sam Bitka. I have returned to you here at the turning of the tide when I was most needed. I am Bitka the White. And
I have come back a lot of times.
And we're gonna get these guys, but he doesn't have a command. So they put him on a ship, kind of as a courtesy to him. He doesn't really have a role.
We'll put you in command of one of the probes that
he runs into one of his old crewmates from book one, I assume, and he thinks like, oh, cool, I'm going to see her again. Like, we were buds, and not happy to see him.
Wow.
She's like, oh, good, you. Great. He's like, are you mad at me? She's like, the last time I fought with you, you had us do an in-system jump. We hit shit. Half my face melted.
Yeah.
And he's
That's
like,
called being in the line of duty.
Well, he's like, you got a new face. I mean, we have that technology. Yeah. She's like, yeah, but I'm haunted by the memory every night.
Get that memory removed.
Yeah, well, we don't funny enough, we don't have that technology.
It's called bleach.
So she's like, yeah, no, I got half my face back. She's like, no, I'm not really. I don't want to get my face melted again. It's actually something I've been trying to deal with, and I think about it, at least every 5 minutes.
Still on a ship?
Because they won't let me retire. Oh. I'm still active duty. I'm on my 2-year contract. She's like, I can't wait. She does say at one point, she's like, retirement is all I think about. He's like, you're like 30. It's way too early to retire.
Don't think about retirement all the time, because that's how you get your face melted off a second time.
Yeah, no, he's like, you're like 30. It's way too early to retire. And she's like, I fucking hate you. She's like, we are not buds. And this is something from the first book, I think, because like, it comes out of nowhere. Like, it is just like, he's like, I'm so excited to see my old war buddy. And she's like, I hate you. I hate what you put me through, and I don't want to see you again.
How is that my fault? Okay.
She's like, you ordered the jump.
Yeah?
And he's like,
Lots
we won.
Of people order a lot of jumps.
He's like, we won. And she's like, yeah, but you enjoyed it. Like, my face was melting off.
And your
Everybody
arms
was
were in the
injured.
air and you're going, whoa!
And you're just like, we fucking got him. We got him. Boom. Bitka won. And she's like, you're insane. You're a crazy person. Like this is a game to you.
Yeah, I'm gonna go fight God next.
Yeah.
It's gonna be awesome.
He's like, look, I've been through torture. And she's like, and you're like still going. That's the problem, Bitka. It's like a demon god tortured you for a month. And you're just like, round 2, motherfucker. I don't want a round 2 with demon god. So anyway, they round 2 with demon god.
Is he like, well, here's my owl suit. We'll just say you died, and you...
Have you met my persona, Jesus? No, so battle starts. It's looking like they're not going to get the jump drives back, but they get the jump drives back, and they shoot a bunch of nukes into the middle of the line. And as soon as they start shooting nukes into the middle of the line, like one pops out inside a ship. That ship basically becomes a star. It's nuts. Cocker says, like, I can't believe this is going this poorly. I'm beginning to think the Guardians don't know what the fuck they're doing. I'm 95% sure he did not put me in a new body. She is literally thinking about it. She's like,
wait a minute. I think this is just the same body. I don't think
looks
he killed me at all.
There's like a part of her like keratin shell that's still missing. She's like, well, now that wouldn't be there then if I got a new body. Like, that's a scar that I've always had. I don't think they're gods. Like, she's starting to go through this process in her mind. and once the nukes start going, the guy who owns the army, he warps out.
Yeah. What a smart idea. Get me the fuck out of here.
And
we're used to using little pew pew lasers.
The other thing I forgot to mention is when the Undying gave Padan Bitka, keep in mind their like gift culture. That was a burn. Like, them giving him something was him giving them status, and oh no, he did not like that. So the guy who owns the ships, he warps out. He's like, okay, this is okay. And that's like the attitude he has. He's like, all right. And he warps out, and Padan orders the rest of the crew, orders the rest of his fleet forward. We're taking them out at any cost. Fight to the last man. And they all start getting ready to do that. And Caucus is like, well, now I'm beginning to have doubts about this mission. And Bitka's like, Padan's too far back. He's going to escape. None of our missiles reached him. He's like, but we do have 2 missiles in this ship. We got 2 nukes on our ship.
Oh God, the face melting. It's all coming back to me. No.
She's like, no.
God damn it.
No.
No.
She's like, we can't get there. We can't fly through that line. He's like, I know we can't fly through the line. And that's not what I'm suggesting.
No. Get me to the escape pod first.
He's like, I just think we do a little in-system jump.
No.
We just do a little in-system jump. We fire some nukes. Everything's going to be fine. Just do a little in-system jump. She's like, it's a debris field. It's a debris field out there.
It's a debris field.
You want me to jump next to his ship in the debris field? And he's like, it's just a little in-system jumper. What's going to happen? It's space. It's so huge. It's so huge, guy. Like, it's space. I mean, everybody's like, oh, like the asteroid belt from Star Wars, like they're ducking and diving asteroids. That's not how it is. Everything's miles apart. You're gonna be fine. You're gonna be fine. She's like, God fucking damn it. And she hits the in-system jump. they definitely collide with something and annihilate, and their ship starts going offline. But because like fire the nukes, fire the nukes, fire the nukes. they fire the nukes. They blow Padon apart. They hit him with 2 nukes immediately. And they're losing power, venting atmosphere, and Bitka's like, fucking got him.
Open a color channel.
Fucking got him. And that lady's just like checking her face. Like and it does not melt off. She's okay. The ship is stable enough. And then all the other Troada are like, well, we fight to the last man, just like God said. And Kakus is like, actually, I am ranking officer, new name. Fuck it. I'm Kakusa. I don't think he changed my body. So I'm Kakusa. I'm saying, dear people of Earth, I once fought and was defeated by a great hero of yours, Sabitka, and I know he is gone, captured by our demon lord, but in his name I would like to surrender. And Bitka's like, oh shit, Kakusa? Yeah, you can surrender. She's like, you're alive? He's like, yeah, no, totally alive. I've actually never been better. I was a bird for a little bit. And she's like, I'm 95% sure they're not gods. I don't think they're gods, actually, guys. Yeah. And so the remaining Troada surrender. The day is saved. And that is kind of the end of the book. There's some setup for like next, what might happen next. It's a lot of like intelligence, political maneuvering. They have their hands on all of these Troada ships now with their presumably different jump drives. It's maybe the first other version of a jump drive they've ever seen. And they're going to be able to do all kinds of reverse engineering. They're working on getting something set up so that they can actually provide like food and housing for these Troada. And yeah, the new diplomat guy, he gets a big old promotion. And Cassandra, she's going to be involved in some big political hijinks. And it's a brave new world. The Guardians are out there. Now, Tiana and Kirka, they're going to go travel a little deeper into Kotoha's space. She's leaving Bitka for now. And she's like, you need to stay here, Bitka, and fight your battles here or whatever. Take care of yourself. Don't die, because I want to see you again. And seriously, think about letting me make you immortal. I think it'd be fun. I think you'd like it. He's like, I will never be immortal. No, thank you. The ability to die has become very important to me. And then he goes to see Cassandra and he's like, so we getting back together? And she's like, no, that's not what this was.
Damn it.
She's like, I like you. And he's like, you know what? Actually, that's enough for me. I've seen a lot of shit, Cassandra. I was tortured by a bird. I briefly became a bird. And I am the greatest goddamn space captain the human race has ever or will ever see. And your love, well, it would be appreciated, is no longer necessary to my conception of myself. And I am okay with just being friends. But if you change your mind, Bitka's here. He does end on this like weird, like emotional high. He's just been through so much stuff at this point. He's just done so much and seen so much that like he's got this weird like guru mentality towards the end of the book, and I have no idea where it's going from here. But I would totally. I'm pre-ordering the next book. As soon as Chadwick has it, I'm in. It is the worst cover in the history of sci-fi.
And yet, we probably wouldn't have read it.
That's the conundrum.
The cover. Yeah.
That's the conundrum. If the cover hadn't been so bad, if Shai hadn't been so curious about that Muppet, we may never have experienced Ship of Destiny, which I think I can tell you this. I would definitely read this before I'd read any of the extended Dune. I can't believe I wasted time reading the extended Dune when this was right there. Yeah. So would you like me to rubric it for you?
Yes.
All right. So you can go to blog.wordsaboutbooks.ninja/rubric.html because I threw the whole thing in one big HTML file. So, content and ideas. I was at a 4. It was, I want to say, like, really well executed. Probably not the most original thing in the world. Like, I think I've seen every piece of this in another sci-fi, but it just really ties together nicely, which sort of brings me into Organization, which is a 5. I think that's kind of where the book shines. I don't know how many times I've given a 5 for Organization. It's pretty rare. I found it to be really well plotted. Towards like the last part of this, I was actually like, it was a page turner. And that I don't usually get that anymore. I don't feel the flow state, but it got there for me. Now I have to concede, like I said, Prince in the Discord has brought up a lot of good points about where I think there are some valid criticisms of, like, it's not brilliant, like it's not flawless by any stretch, especially the end where he's strapping missiles to jump drives. Like, obviously we'd do that.
Probably the first thing we do.
Yeah, I mean, as soon as we got the jump drive, we'd be like, can I put a gun on that? But yeah, I liked it. Use of language. This is one where I'm going to go with a 3, but perhaps someone who knows more about naval parlance would go with a 4. There are things that are there's dialogue choices. This is not a charitable selection, but it is the one that comes to mind. He asks if something is functional, and the officer on deck responds, no, it is still broke dick, no worky.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. And he says that all hyphenated. And I swear I have heard a friend of mine who is in the military say that exact series of words before. And I don't think until I read it in this book, I actually realized that was a thing. I thought he was just an idiot. But maybe that's a thing military guys say. But that was lost on me. That stuff went over my head. So I went with a 3 for use of language. Personal preference. Absolutely love the book. It was honestly a nice surprise. And I definitely don't say that very often on Words About Books. Recommendation strength. I would say, as I'm going to go with a 4. A 4 might be a little generous here. Because really, I want to say I'm between a 3 and a 4. I almost want to give this like a 3.5, because if you're a fan of military science fiction, like space opera, military sci-fi, I think you'd really like this. But it is so much that if you're bored by that, there's just no way it's going to work. It does not have that many redeeming qualities outside of its genre. Like, it is very much a genre book. So it's not like a must read by any definition, but it deserves more than I think it has gotten. It deserves to be more well read than it is, which is also something I don't say very often on Words About Books.
No.
I'm usually a negative Nancy. I'm a tough critic, but I liked this one. And I'm really interested to hear what you think of Chain of Command.
Yeah, I think I'll read Chain of Command. And if I think that's going to be probably more than a one-parter, I'll just put the rest on Patreon as that.
Well, that's what I was going to say. So I can't really gauge. Like, I knew you would enjoy this because this is like very much up your alley. You even talked about writing stories like this. And I don't know how the rest of the audience feels about this because it like other than Dune, this is kind of outside our wheelhouse. If I'd say if you want to hear like another full series on Chain of Command, make it known, and we won't put it on Patreon. We'll put it on the main feed, but if it seems like there's only a few people interested, then yeah, we'll do it on Patreon. Speaking of Patreon, there's a couple of people that, hey, really like Patreon.
Yeah.
And they are Isekai Sensei Sama of the That Time I Got Reincarnated in the Same World as an Anime podcast. If space is an illusion and information is the only thing that's real, if there is no world, can there be another world to isekai into? Think about that. That's what drove that guy mad. He was a big isekai fan. John Bierce, author of The Rack, The Mage Errant, and More Gods Than Stars. Maybe the Guardians. Maybe there's a Owl God in the in the More Gods and Stars universe. Let's see. Jamie, the Gravy Man of the If You Want the Gravy blog. I saw a weird French cartoon I wanted to watch that Jamie had reviewed. And I didn't have a chance to read the review yet, but I'm going to read that review. And when
Jacob Lansky, Ben.
Jacob Lansky, yeah.
Just doing whatever the fuck he wants, including having me interrupt you for his shout out. Motherfucker. Mars
Express was the cartoon. Mars Express is what Jacob Lansky wants to watch.
Okay.
And last but not least, the person without whom none of this would be possible. Spooky Shy with a Y, over on TikTok, and the Words About Occult Books podcast. And I believe that now is everybody. So, with that, I'm going to attempt an in-system jump. And should I be unfortunate enough to live, I will be back here next week.